Hello, my beautiful heart healers. Hope all of you are doing great today. This is Harriet. Happy Saturday if you're listening to this on Saturday. I hope you have a wonderful week in the coming week. And for those of you who listened to my last podcast about regrets and what ifs, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I am sorry for the volume problem, but when you're doing a podcast like that and it's live and you have all this stuff that comes out, to try to go back and recreate that is difficult, and you might lose some things. And I just thought, well, maybe it's best just to go with it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it anyway. But today I'm going to move on in my little mini series of my top 3, which has recently now become 4. Talk about our oils, and I've discussed lavender and I've discussed tea tree oil. So today we're going to talk about the amazing eucalyptus oil. And I am recording this today on my tablet that my little girl gave me. Well, I call her my little girl. She's almost 22, but to me, she's still my little girl. And she gave this to me for my birthday a couple months ago. So I just really appreciated that. And so, yeah, I'm talking on that today. So we'll see how it does. I think the volume and things will be a whole lot better on it as well. So, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is one of those oils that it just has such a fresh, just clean smell to it. And that's one reason why I love it so much. And it's so useful for so many things. And there are a ton of benefits that goes with that. So here in a few minutes, I will be actually just reading you a very long list of stuff that it's great for. So if you want to get your pens and papers out, and some of you that are like keeping notes and things like that, which is a great idea. I love keeping notes, notebooks and pens. I love that stuff. Give me a great pen and just a fresh notebook, and I'm just like ready to go. Or a nice little journal or something like that. But I have special books that I have all my oil information in from courses that I've had, and I also, do things with crystals. So I've got books on that, little notebooks I've started, and one of my books I've dedicated just for recipes and that kind of thing. So whenever somebody needs something, I'm like a little scribe in there, going through all my books and picking out what I can do. It makes me think of the old pictures you see in Nostradamus with all the things out on his table and the lights and lanterns up, and his writing. I know it's nothing like that, but that's the image I get in my mind. It's funny. But, okay, so, yes, I know any of you who've been listening to me now since, by the way, this marks a year for my podcast. So thank you to you guys who have been with me for that long and actually stuck it out. But as I was going to say, y'all have been listening to me for a while, so you kind of come to expect this. So it's your fault if you're still here. I'm just joking. Okay, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, it is very good for relieving fatigue. Let me give you, first of all, the specifics of it here. And it is great for colds and any kind of respiratory stuff like that. Its botanical name is Eucalyptus globulus. There's also a Eucalyptus radiata and Eucalyptus smithii with its 2 eyes on the end. Now, the origin of this plant is mostly you're going to be using it from the tree, but also leaves. The extraction method is through distillation, and the aroma, like I said, it's a very clean smell. It's medicinal, definitely, very pungent, just a fresh smell. It has an extremely high odor intensity, and for those of you that do like evaporation rates and stuff like that, it's a top note oil. So the medicinal properties are: it is analgesic, antiseptic, antispasmodic, deodorant, decongestant, diuretic, expectorant, febrifuge, which means it's good for bringing fevers down, stimulant, anti-neuralgic, antiviral, increases circulation, and as most of these oils are, antifungal, antibacterial, anti-infectious. So that's the official things of it. And I have some others that I'm going to add to that list as well. I have read that it will actually kill 70% of staph in the atmosphere of a room. So let me take this moment to make my usual little disclaimer. I am a certified aromatherapist. I am not a doctor or anything like that, so I'm sharing this information with you guys, and do with it what you will. And I just hope that it will be helpful to you, but I can't make any claims as to, certainties and stuff like that. But anyways, and as I said, it is an expectorant. It's good for, like, say you want to put some in your diffuser and put it out in your room, or if you want to just smell it. I mean, it will help induce coughing, to kind of cough the chunk up if you need to. It's good for that. And I like to do a little mix. I'll put my lavender and my eucalyptus together, and sometimes I even just use some Vicks, and I'll mix it in there with some Vicks, to kind of give it some extra oomph. Put it under my nose and throat and stuff like that. But it's good to put in an oil, and it's just very, very helpful. Let me see here. It increases the oxygen of your cells, and which will help you it'll affect your breathing in a very positive way. Another thing that I have read, and I will say I have made up a little ointment of sorts for people, is it seems to be anti-herpes simplex. And what I have done is taken a little bit of honey and a drop of eucalyptus and a little bit of tea tree, and I've had people take that and put it on a sore, and it will go away very quickly. So that might be something that you want to check out if you're into that kind of thing, or if you know somebody that could use that, and hopefully that will help them. Just tell them not to be licking it. Even though there's honey in it, you don't want to lick the other stuff in it. So just and just a small amount, but so that might offer some relief for some folks that need that. It's anti-rheumatic. It can help to lower blood sugar and enhance your mood because of that, just the great, clean, positive smell that it has too. And also it is an insect repellent. So you go outside, you can make you up a little spray with some eucalyptus in it, and just spray it on your legs, your arms, spray it in the air around you, and it'll help keep those buggies away. So it blends very well with lavender, is one of my favorites to blend with it. Also blends with pine, thyme, and lemon. So of those, to me, if I use lemon and eucalyptus and lavender together, that's just like a little breath of heaven. I mean, it's so good. But yeah, definitely put some in your diffuser. You can take that whole thing, that whole mixture, and diffuse, put a few drops of each one in there, and it's just going to do wonders for your room and your atmosphere, as well as help your breathing and stuff like that. And especially, we're coming on the time of year. I'm not going to talk about the other C word, but I mean, I think it would help that too, personally. But we're coming on the time of year where people are going to be having colds and flu and things. And definitely make sure that you have this in your medicine cabinet. Have your lavender, have your tea tree, have your eucalyptus. I recommend getting a good little jar of Vicks or generic brand vapor rub stuff. That stuff is wonderful in itself. And unless I'm mistaken, I think Vicks does have eucalyptus in it. Yes, it does. It has eucalyptus oil. So, so you automatically get a little bit of it that way. And then when you add some drops to it, it gives it that extra oomph. And you put a few other things with it, your lemon and everything. You have a really good, pretty much semi-made up rub. You're just enhancing it. So this one is going to be short and sweet today, but I just wanted to do a little more on my series. And definitely eucalyptus is one of the 3 that I recommend that you keep with you on all times. I actually have a little small pouch that I carry with me sometimes, And it's only big enough for 3 or 4 oils, and you guessed it, that's what I keep in there. I keep my lavender, I keep my tea tree, I keep my eucalyptus, and about a little peppermint roller ball at the moment. And but yeah, so those 4, even though there's so many wonderful oils out there, those are some good 4 basic ones that you should never be without. So, you know, I can't tell you, like, I've been at work, and so I don't carry my pouch to work with me, but I do have oils in my bag. Yeah, yes, there's chocolate in there sometimes too, as y'all remember. But I do have some oils in there too. And like, I used to have somebody on my team that would have like anxiety and that kind of thing. And I would say, hey, look, if you start feeling like you need it, I always keep some oils in my bag. And there was a few times that I was able to help this person, you know, just by having what she needed. So, you know, always keep in mind too that just because you might not need something, I mean, you never know when you're going to get presented with an opportunity to help someone else too. And that way you've got it readily available. So, all right. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I thank you for listening to my little presentation about eucalyptus. So go out and get you some eucalyptus to keep in your medicine cabinet. And I hope that you have enjoyed this. Y'all take care. Love you. Bye-bye.